This will be my final construction update. They've put up some new signage within the queue line area. This is the most exciting part of the construction update. What's up guys, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to yet another video on the channel and yet another Thorpe Park Fright Nights 2024 construction update. Today is going to be the last one. I know it's going to be a bit of a sad occasion. Obviously Fright Night starts next week, so this will be my final construction update, which is kind of bittersweet. As sad as it is that the construction updates are over, obviously that now means that the best part is about to begin as we roll into Fright Nights, which is really awesome. It's really weird to think that after today, the next time I'll be here will be for Fright Nights, which is really, really cool. But yeah, the construction is getting very, very heavy at the moment. We've got a lot of new stuff that's happened since I last came down here. But yeah, we're going to go and check it all out. I'm in my raincoat today. It's been absolutely tipping it down over the last couple of days. I just thought I'd mention it because there is an absolutely huge lake of water just in front of me where I'm parked right now. I'll see if I can get some footage for you guys to have a look at it. Yeah, right. Without further ado, guys, I'm going to head into the park for the final Thorpe Park Fright Nights construction update. Let's go. So I'm just kind of walking down, heading in the general direction of the crows at the moment, and it's really quiet today. It's probably the quietest I've seen the park in a while. I think it's probably a mixture of it being a Monday and also the fact that it's been chucking it down. But the weather's actually not too bad at the moment. And yeah, look, I'm literally outside the Nemesis Inferno and it's pretty much completely dead, which is interesting to see. Okay, so there is a slightly small update on Lucifer's Lair this year. Obviously, like a lot of you will probably know, the stage that was used for Lucifer's Lair last year and a few of the other Fright Nights events in the last couple of years is also used for Oktoberfest. So you normally put the stage up for Oktoberfest, run the Oktoberfest event, take everything down, and then basically retheme it all to be Fright Nights essentially. Well, that is currently happening now, to my understanding. All of the Oktoberfest stuff has been gutted from the area, and the stage is currently empty. So we could easily start seeing some stuff happening over the next couple of weeks. As for whether or not we could be seeing any new addition to theming for Lucifer's Lair, I don't know. They have positioned the stage differently this year. The stage is over the other side, basically where the demon throne was sitting last year, which was really cool. And like I said last week, now that this whole area I'm standing in at the moment isn't being used for Death's Doors, we could easily see Lucifer's Lair stretch into this area. We could see some theming through here. We could see some, maybe even a food stall potentially. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the space here because I think there is a lot of it, considering they fit a whole scare zone in here last year and the year before that. It'd be interesting to see how they utilise it this year, but yeah, it's cool to see that that's going to start kind of taking shape over the next couple of days. But yeah, it's just yet another sign that we're getting very, very close to Fright Nights this year now. And I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, so I wasn't actually planning on doing an update for trailers for this video, plainly because, as it stands, trailers doesn't normally change from the outside at the very least. It's very much an indoor maze, so any changes that are made within the building that we can't see. However, there's been an interesting little addition that's been added that within the last week or so that is actually quite interesting. They've put up some new signage within the queue line area. I'll put some footage up on the screen now. I don't really know what it says. My eyesight's terrible on a good day and it's quite far away and very, very small writing, so there's no chance. But the most interesting part about these signs is some of them actually bleed into the old holding area that used to be used for Blair Witch and Roots of Evil. It's interesting to see because that could easily just be a new batching area for trailers. You could kind of go through the fence and then be led up into the cinema bit. They might just be making small tweaks like that, but I did think it was quite odd. This isn't just the door was open to that area of the service road, like the signs are actually in there put up on the fence. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not there's any changes to the throughput of trailers this year. They might be handling the batching differently, which I think is always good to see. It's nice, and I said this in my last update, it's nice to see smaller things happening that just kind of increase the quality of life, around the actual event. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, it's not like we were going to see anything else to do with trailers for the next week or so. It seems like it's probably ready to go inside now, and it looks like the outside is pretty much fully prepped. It even looks like the cinema entrance has had a new lick of paint, which is always nice to see. So yeah, very, very exciting. Okay then, so I've now made my way to arguably probably one of the most exciting sites for this year's Fright Nights construction, the Crows of Morecambe Meadow. Now they've moved the construction fence a little bit further forward now, and they've pretty much laid out all of the hay bales. The most interesting part about this, and I mentioned it last week as well, is the fact that it now looks like there's going to be an indoor section to the Crows. Last week it was a little bit iffy as to whether or not what was actually going on with it, whether it was a building or it was just a wall. It's now a full building. I mean, it's not been like covered up or anything, but there is the frameworks of a building there, which is really, really exciting. And as you saw from the footage that I probably showed as I was walking across just to check out stitches, it looks like you're going to kind of go through the hay bales and then enter the indoor section, which is going to be really interesting to experience. And I'm really excited to see how it goes, because the Crows of Morecambe Meadow, I think, is probably one of the most immersive Fright Nights attractions, and I didn't think it could go any higher, and it looks like it's going higher this year, which is really, really cool. This is the most exciting part of the construction update, and I'm just absolutely buzzing that in literally next week we're going to be seeing this all lit up. I just absolutely cannot wait for Fright Nights this year. It's been an absolutely awesome experience capturing the construction, seeing everything that's been going on, and to get to experience it next Saturday is going to be absolutely electric. However, that's not all I wanted to talk about. As you would have seen, I did also visit Stitches. Again, similarly to trailers, not a lot's going to be seen. It's all inside the marquee. However, we have gotten some of the extra decals that have been put down the side of the marquee, which is interesting and nice to see. I would like at some point there to be a little bit more of a spruce up with the outside of the attraction. But yeah, I can't really complain. Stitches was awesome last year. But yeah, and it's probably going to be awesome this year, I can't lie. It's really, really exciting. It's kind of sad. I'm walking around the park for the last time looking at all this stuff. But yeah, we're going to be seeing it all in full operation next week, so that's going to more than make up for it. But yeah, I'm now going to head over to the former Black Mirror Labyrinth building. We've had a few kind of updates in regards to Deadbeat, so I'm going to go check that out, and then I'm going to head back to my car and make my final predictions for this year's event, and I'll see how many I get right. But yeah, let's head over to the Black Mirror Labyrinth building for the final stop of the construction updates for 2024. Let's go. Okay then, so I'm now outside of the former Black Mirror Labyrinth building, where we've had some interesting developments. Now, you might not be able to see it in the footage I'm showing you, because it is tucked a little bit behind the trees, but it does look like there's been a huge Deadbeat kind of sign put up outside of the entrance to the actual building itself, which is looking really, really cool. I couldn't get any footage of it, but a couple of people have gotten pictures of some kind of posters that are dotted around the area as well, which is looking really interesting. In my last update, I did a little kind of mock-up concept art for what the Deadbeat sign could look like if it is put on the sign that has kind of been left behind. But yeah, whether or not they actually use it, I don't know. They may not even put a sign up here. It is looking like they've cleared out some of the right-hand sides as you kind of move down closer to the building itself. So maybe you'll just kind of walk through there, but I would imagine you're going to be queuing up within the queue line. I think it would be a bit odd if you weren't. So yeah, I would imagine that they're probably going to maybe start work on a sign this week. So I'm probably not going to be able to capture that, which is kind of sad. But yeah, obviously, again, like I said, not going to see a lot. It's all indoors, but it's just exciting to see some of them little kind of touches happening outside of the entrance now, which is very, very cool. Oh, okay, so I'm back in the car now, and the update is over. I just wanted to kind of go over some last minute predictions for the event this year. Obviously see if they come true. They probably won't, because I'm a massive numpty, so half of the stuff I'm saying probably isn't going to come true. However, yeah, it's looking like a really good event this year. I mean, I kind of had to rush around a little bit today because it's not very nice weather outside at the moment. It's raining quite a bit, and that lake that I showed you at the beginning of the video has gotten a lot bigger, which is, I didn't think was possible. But yeah, as for the event, I'm really excited to see what happens with crows. I think it's really interesting they're adding that indoor element now. And just, like I said, that just keeps getting better every year. I'm really excited for trailers as well. I wouldn't mind betting that we'll probably see some new rooms in there this year. Fingers crossed for a Creek Freak and for a platform kind of room within trailers would be awesome. And yeah, other than that, Deadbeat, I'm going to try and stay away from as many spoilers as I can before Saturday, because I want the vlog that I'm going to do on opening weekend to be my genuine first reaction coming out of that attraction, because I've got a slight feeling that what they've done inside that building is going to be quite impressive. Yeah, I'm just absolutely excited to get back into that building within a Fright Nights maze again. Obviously, when we had Black Mirror Labyrinth, it just kind of, it was there all the time, but it didn't have that magic feeling that like Living Nightmare had, and Deadbeat will probably have this year. So that's going to be an absolutely awesome thing to experience. But yeah, other than that, Creature Campus looks awesome. We'll probably start seeing some bits and bobs pop up for Lucifer's Lair over the next week. But yeah, it's getting really, really exciting now. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Like I said, I'm going to be filming a vlog next Saturday, so if you do want to see my first reaction to Deadbeat, as well as Michael's kind of overall thoughts on the event as a whole, definitely like and subscribe, turn notifications on. So yeah, without further ado, I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys at Fright Nights next week. See ya.